Your question about black magic is so obvious. Almost half the people who come to me always ask me this question: do I have any black magic done over me? We have a very clear notion in India that any problem has to be done because of black magic. Now, this part or this question has got 2-3 elements of it. First element is, does actually black magic exist? Then, second part of the question is how this black magic can be done on us or can be removed from us. And the third part is that can in astrology we can see or can we work on the remedies to get it removed or to avoid yourself to be caught in this black magic. So, first question first. Does black magic exist? Black magic is one thing we had been hearing from ages. So, if any folklore comes from generation to generation, there got to be some element of truth in it. Now, what is black magic? Black magic is like throwing negative energy onto somebody. The smaller version of that black magic, you can just say, which anybody gets caught someday or the other, is evil eye, nazar lagna. I think you all must have heard from your parents, nazar lag gayi hai, and today you are not feeling well and your energy level starts sinking down. Nazar lagna. So, what particularly is nazar lagna or evil eye? The very first, the smallest black magic we are all aware about. It is that somebody sees you with jealousy, hatred. What they do, they collect certain negative energy towards you inside and throw that using their eyes or thinking about you so that you get the harm and you should not grow the way you are growing, or your energy patterns they want to hurt somehow because they cannot reach you. They want you to be dragged down to their level. This is pure evil eye. So many ways parents had been removing it from us. You must have heard about chilies, cow dung, camphor, even onion some use, mustard, nails, and even mantras, yantras are there also. So we use so many techniques to remove it. And what are those techniques? Very simple, pure, simple cleansing techniques. You clean your aura so you can ward off those negative energies which had been thrown on you. And because they are so small, those can be removed very easily through these journal procedures. The second category of this black magic is per se black magic, where we do the Tantrik black magic. So, what is Tantric black magic? This is the superior form of evil eye. Why superior form? Because one person has been trained to do the siddhi or doing the power generation on negative energies and collects them, which can be used according to the person's own wishes and wills, and can throw that energy onto somebody. And how people use it? They generally use that person or a medium to throw those energies on whom they particularly want to aim. Another medium version of it is, you must have heard, auntie must have done black magic on you, or that person must have done the black magic from you, or the family lady, something, she keeps on trying doing black magic tricks or things like those. Those are smaller versions. They use all these techniques which are like homemade. It's something like homemade bomb and professionally made bomb. So that what, when you go to there, you ask, I want to buy that bomb from a medium. The medium will collect that energy for it, and according to your thing, they will throw the bomb at whatever person you want to throw it. There are many versions and many things like that. One of it is, people say, can anybody look at your photograph and do black magic? If you question the same thing, and so many people keep on sending me the photographs for blessings, when I can send the blessings using the photographs or whatever details you give it to us, me or any other guru, same way, even the negative energies can be thrown using those photographs. Yes. So, what is happening nowadays? Why do people are suffering? Why do immunity levels are so fluctuating? This is also one part of it. Second question per se was, can we avoid getting caught in this black magic? Or can we remove this black magic? Now here, astrology plays a pivotal role. A role where you can see it coming also. And we can see if it comes, whether it is unavoidable or it is avoidable for you also. Now, for removing, there are so many remedies available, which are like tantra followed by tantra, yantras are followed by yantra, and the most auspicious one when we do a certain mantras. Now, what are these mantras, tantras and yantras? I won't be explaining how to do it. I don't want like people setting up their own shops of removal or things like that, because half knowledge is always more dangerous than no knowledge. The thing is, when we do these mantras or anything, we only energize certain energies inside you, looking at which planetary movement or which planet in particular, the weakness of which energy has got you caught in this web of black magic. You must have heard certain people don't even get affected. Look at the politicians. None of them get affected. Because otherwise there will be so many people who must be cursing the ministers or any other people like those. How they are not caught? Here the whole gamut goes towards Rahu's angle. I was just mentioning why people are getting caught in this web of low immunities nowadays. Any illness comes, it spreads so fast. Our energy levels are not matching our grandfather or grandmother. They are still so much fit. Why? Simple. Here the role of Rahu comes into focus. What is the role of Rahu? Very simple. When we put our photographs on internet, social media, selfies, things, everywhere, what are we doing? We are exposing ourselves, trying to show certain image which is fake, imaginary, portraying ourselves as alter ego, what we actually are not. Trying to show we are very happy, we are not. Trying to show we are very sad, actually not that sad. What happened? Rahu is exactly this, imagination and portraying what I am not, and technology. This is exactly what people are doing, exposing themselves to Rahu, and they are not so strong. Now your next question will come, I gave the example of politicians, even they are always in the news. What happens is Rahu and Saturn, here two planets will come into focus. Saturn and Rahu are the exact planetary energies which make politicians. Saturn is for the masses, Rahu is for the popularity exploitations also. Sorry, I'm not saying politicians exploit, but that's what I mean by that. So they have strong Rahu, strong Saturn, strong saviors for them, and their dashas and their combinations always are supposed to make them the leaders. Similar is when it comes to all the film artists, TV artists. They also don't get so fast caught into this black magic web. So yes, we can remove it when we energize certain energies using tantras, mantras and yantras. And to see that which one to do, astrology comes into focus. Now my third part of the question, how does astrology can be our savior? How it can help us in saving us? Can we see whether it's coming? Is it unavoidable or avoidable? So for astrology side, what we do, we look at your chart. Now, which is the particular house in particular which we have to straight away look at? That is house number 1, the Lagna. If your Lagna is strong, you have immense energy to ward off this black magic, even evil eye. Strong Lagna people generally don't fall for it. Second is when we look at into your 6th house, 8th house, 12th house, even 4th house. When we look at this combination, we try to know whether you will be able to, if you are hit, how fast you will be able to ward it off, or whether you will be hit permanently, or what kind of damages it can take on to you. And lastly, we look at the 5th house and the retrograde planets to see what burden are you carrying from the back or past, and how badly you will be hit, because it is supposed to come to you because of a certain burden you are carrying. So there are two parts, certain exposure you are carrying and certain burden you are carrying from the past. If exposure is there, we really need to energize with time by changing our habits, using the right mediums, things. So we become stronger that in future we are not hit. Generally we do when we look at the teenager charts and at those ages generally. And if you're carrying a burden, that we look when we create your first Janampatri, your first charts with the details on it when you are born. If anything is from past life, certain burdens you are carrying, we try to ward it off at the right time before you grow up to your exposure levels. So these kind of kids generally fall ill too often, things. So we need to actually work on their energy so that they can act better, react better, and they are able to ward it off at right time. So these are two parts of the story. And Lagna is one thing where we really need to work on. So just to answer or summarize the whole thing, yes, black magic exists. Yes, it can be done or thrown or used with certain mediums to damage other people. But the beautiful part of that summary is, yes, we can ward off, we can see before it's coming, we can see whether we can avoid it or protect ourselves before it hits us. And the most beautiful part is, even if it has hit us, it's spoiling everything, we can still get out of it and recover out of it. So that is not end of the world. That's the time you need the right guru and the right astrologer to look into. That's all I will summarize for this black magic topic for you today.